Okay, good morning everyone. Today is Friday and it's warm-up day 60. 60. Can't believe it. It just seems like yesterday I was starting these. And today I woke up a little bit stiff in the neck. I think I slept a little funny. So I'm going to start seated here, but feel free to start standing. But I want to start today really coming into the neck. So we're going to start with some neck stretches. So find a comfortable seated position. If you need a pillow or something, grab it, or a block. I'm going to put one underneath my bum here. All right, so taking a moment first to find that comfortable seated position where you can have a long spine. If you're seated in a chair, find your feet flat on the floor or touching a block if you need to. If you're seated on a pillow or on a block like I am, find the support of that block or pillow and find a long spine. And you can keep your eyes open, you can let your eyes close. But just take a moment to feel the support of whatever it is that you're sitting on. Let your belly relax. Come into your breath. Maybe lick your lips. Give them a smack. Blow through them. Just be aware of your breath. An easy exchange. And now you can keep some attention on your breath, but now you can open your eyes if they're closed. Finding that long spine if you've lost it for some reason. And you can always keep some attention on your breath or come back to your attention on the breath, but letting your breath come in and out freely, the long spine. Let your right ear drop to your right shoulder. Begin little neck games as you nod yes, whatever version of yes this is. Very, very small ways. Feeling little stretches on the opposite side of your neck. And you can begin to play with this getting bigger or smaller as you want. Continuing to let the breath come in and out through the mouth. Or the nose if that feels better, but my neck starts to warm up. I'm just letting that motion of the nod get bigger and bigger. And I'm feeling the stretch more deeply on the opposite side of my neck. And then I'm going to let that nod get a little smaller. a little smaller, until it's just my ear listening to my shoulder. And then I'll think into the side of my neck that's getting the stretch, and you can do the same. Float that side back up till your neck's back in alignment, your head's back in alignment. Take a moment to feel the differences on the sides of your neck. Before we go to the other side, because I often feel when we go right to the other side, that side that was just stretched is still speaking, and what can happen for me is that side then gets compressed again because we're going to that side. So before we do that, let's keep the neck games going here. So you can shake your head no, shake your head yes, nod your head yes. Do little circles. Seeing if you can have some of your attention on your breath. So you're not holding the breath. Keep allowing the belly to be soft. Breath to come in and out easily through your mouth, or your nose if that feels better right now. But I'm allowing my breath to come in and out through my mouth so it's a bit more immediate, or a lot more immediate. Okay. And now, let that come to stillness. Let your left ear drop to your left shoulder, as if your ear were listening in to your shoulder. It was eavesdropping, ears dropping on your shoulder. Check in with the upper part of your spine. Make sure you haven't collapsed anything here. I find it's easy for me to lose consciousness in that part of my spine. So I'm going to keep my upper spine long. And really let it's my right ear, but it's going to be your left ear if you're mirroring me. Left ear drop to your left shoulder. Listening in. Then you can start to do those little neck games. On your own time, you can start to nod yes. You can even start to nod no. Shake your head no. Do we nod no? I don't know. Well, we can. We do today. Nod yes. And again, you can let those nods get bigger and bigger. And as you nod, if you're doing the yes one, the up and down one, see if you can let your jaw really hang free here. So you're also giving your jaw a bit of a letting go. Ooh, and this might feel quite tender, but it also might feel really good. Breathing in to whatever's getting the stretch. And you can go to the no, or you could just let that one get smaller and smaller. It's up to you. I'm not feeling as much with the no, so I'm going to stick with the yes nod. I'm going to get smaller and smaller and smaller. Think into the side of the neck that's getting the stretch and float that side of your neck back up until it's back in alignment. Little shake no. Breathe. Nod yes. Big nod yes. Big nod no. Maybe you're saying, no thank you to all those neck stretches at the beginning of a warm-up. Or maybe you're saying, oh, yes, that's exactly what I needed. Or maybe you're not sure. Maybe it's like, who knows? Buongiorno, Andrea. Hi, Midori. I'm just seeing it now. And then come up on your neck. I'm noticing how much my neck just doesn't want to be in alignment. Right. And then I think the front of my neck needs a bit more of a stretch, so I'm going to float my chin up, bring my teeth together here, so I'll probably be breathing into my nose. And then I can lay my hands on my chest and gently press or sort of stroke down on my chest. Lift up with the chin. And then come back. Ooh. Again, nod no. Shake no. Nod yes. And again, if you're just joining me, we're really taking some time at the beginning to stretch the neck. Just because I woke up having slept really weird. And I just sometimes feel I need a bit more in the neck. So, and we're doing these little neck games between each of the big sort of 4 side stretches, because I find that if I go right into the other stretch, the part of my neck that was getting the stretch really resents it. It's like I was just getting stretched. Why do you want to compress me now? So before we do that, I'm going to just sort of work out all the kinks. All right. And then you can let the head drop forward. Again, do that without collapsing the upper spine. Keep that upper spine long. Just let the head or the chin drop to the chest. And because we've been stretching the neck so much, you may not feel this as deeply as you often do. So you can clasp your hands on top of your head. Or when I say top, it doesn't have to be the top. It could be sort of like the back top, sort of swirly, where the swirly pattern of your hair might be, or was. And elbows drop to your ears. You can just let the weight of your arms help to deepen the stretch in the back of your neck. Breathe. Good. That's quite enough. Let your arms drop and float the back of your neck up until it's back in alignment. I can just see I really need a chiropractor. Feet in a sigh. Clear away the phlegm. Ha. Ha ha. Ha hum. Ha hum. Ah. Good morning, Gabe. And now sigh hum directly to your lips. Blow through your lips. Blow through again. And again, sigh hum to your lips. And we'll roll the head neck around, roll the vibrations around that loose neck, freeing vibrations through the head and the skull. Coming up on the neck. Make sure your lips stay together, especially as you go to the back. Sometimes the lips want to come apart, and we're trying to let that resonance come to the front of the mouth so we gather vibrations, and then we can sort of roll them around our head and neck like shaking up the water in a water bottle if there were a lid on this. Really pay attention to those vibrations. They might feel quite resonant because we've done so much to loosen the neck already. And with each new thought, you can change directions. And as it feels comfortable or free enough, you can do 2 circles in one breath, you can do 3 circles in one breath, or you can just stick to 1 if you want. And now I'm going to come into the space. It's all well and good to free vibrations through the neck, but now my whole body is asking for it. So, come into my space. Clear the way of any cactoids. And then coming onto all fours, just start to loosely, let me just change my camera. Coming onto all fours, start to gently wake up the spine. Keeping that hum at the lips. And now fluttering through your lips to free vibrations from your lips. And you may feel, because you've been sitting, especially if you've been sitting on a pillow or a block, that your legs might start to be a little asleep. Maybe you want to wake up one of those legs and shake some vibrations down and out. And down to the other leg. And then any part of your body that wants to get shaken or swirled or whatever, you know, it might be your tailbone, it might be an arm, you can come and sit up, you can shake some vibrations throughout through that body part. And feel free to change that thought to or And for the next few of these, as I give you them, as you are in dialogue with me, come into whatever part of your body might need a stretch. It could be a diagonal stretch. It could be a knee shake. It could be a pelvic bound. So have free reign now to free vibrations through any part of your body that might be yearning or asking for it. And you can change up the thought. It can be ha-ha-ma. It can be a ha, an open sigh. It can be a lip flutter. It can be anything that's going to suit you and freeing vibrations through your body. And you can add to all of these things, thumping with your fists through some part of your body, shaking with your hands, bouncing it up. For anybody just joining, we're freeing vibrations through our bodies, and we're really going wherever we want. So I'm going to one place. I'm going to rock through my pelvis now, but you might find that you need to shake it out through a leg, roll it through your spine, bounce it through your pelvis, come into a diagonal stretch, and you have free reign here to free vibrations in any way, and I'm just giving you the pitch with my voice. And now my tongue is asking to get stretched. So I'm going to stretch and relax my tongue. And for me, I'm going to, since I'm on my back, I'm going to stretch one of my legs out. I'm going to point and flex my foot as I stretch and relax my tongue. But certainly you can do this in many, many different ways. You could be doing it through your spine, arching through your spine. You could be doing it standing as you stretch your body out in all directions. So find some way that your body can stretch that's as big as your tongue stretch. Now I'm coming into a banana stretch. Certainly feel free to join me or to stay wherever you're at. And stretch and relax your tongue. I'm also circling my ankles and circling my wrists to open up those joint spaces as I open up the space in the back of my mouth, back of my throat with my tongue stretch. Coming to the other side. Ah. middle of my tongue. And again, you could do this in the semi-fetal like I'm doing. You could do it on your back. You could do it in the folded leaf. You could do it standing and just shaking the vibrations through your body, but it's a loose shake of the middle of your tongue. And if you're in the semi-fetal, you can come into a folded leaf. You could come to all fours. You can come and sit up and shake it loosely through your body. Maybe shaking it down through one of your legs. And through the other leg. And then either sitting up or coming to your back, shaking your jaw loose. So letting the tongue loosening go, not doing both at the same time, or try both at the same time and see how it feels, but it's probably going to be a little too much. So now just shaking the jaw loose, or trying both the tongue and the jaw at the same time. And now just the jaw. And really listen to your jaw, and if you feel that your jaw needs a bit more loosening, feel free to bring your fingers into your jaw, or the heels of your hands, or your knuckles, and give it a bit of massage. My jaw seems okay today, it seems pretty loose. I'm not gonna get into it. But feel free now to massage your jaw, the masseter, maybe up into the pterygoids, maybe the temporalis muscles, and massaging as you need to, releasing those muscles, encouraging the jawbone to be heavy and just hang. If it were the basket of a hot air balloon, then your head, your skull, would be that floating balloon. So make sure the head, the skull floats up as your jaw hangs. Then let that go, and again, shake your jaw loose and sigh. And now, with your jaw free, check in with how that jaw feels. And say, in whatever language is most immediate for you, say, I feel, and however it is that you feel in your jaw right now. I feel loose. I feel open. I feel cavernous. Ha ha. Ha ha ha. Now I'm going to come into a squat because my hips are asking for it, so feel free to join me. So I'm going to tuck my toes underneath me, push myself back into a wide squat. Shift my weight from heel to toe to open up my hip sockets a bit more. And then I'm going to stretch one of my legs. I'm going to stretch one of my legs out to the side and just feel that stretch through all of that leg, and I can massage it down if I want. You could pat it down. Pat it down. Good stretch here. And then leaving that leg extended, I'm going to breathe in and out on a whispered caw to open up the soft palate, stretch those muscles as I flex and point my foot, as if I'm breathing in through the mouth of my foot, through the throat of my leg, into the hip socket where my lung is at. That's what I'm doing in my imagination. So in and out on a whispered caw. Bring that foot in. Now, if you have hip differently abled hips, let's say, you can come onto your back and then just extend your legs out to the side in the air. You don't have to be in the squat, which can be quite cumbersome for some people. So, feeling the stretch firstly on this side now, stroking it down, rubbing it, patting it, whatever your liking is, to help stretch and release that leg. And then again, in and out on a whispered caw, breathing in through that leg. And then we'll add that caw to the tongue stretch. So we'll breathe in on a whispered caw as we shift our weight to the other side. We'll call a high on sound vibration, and then stretch and relax our tongues twice. And if you're on the floor with your legs out, you'll just shift your legs from one side together. But still imagine that the breath is coming in through the foot, through the leg, into the hip socket, through your pelvis, down through the other leg, out through the other foot, and then out into the world. So it will be... And just as we were stretching all sides of our neck, we're stretching sort of all sides of our lower body, right, if they have sides. So we're stretching from the leg, through the pelvis, through the pelvic floor, down to the other leg, and we're letting that breath come through that huge, wide, open space. Bring that foot in. Come into the squat if you want to come back. Let's come back to all fours for a moment. And just shake our tailbone, shake our hip sockets loose. And the new one that I discovered yesterday is the Little Mermaid. So from here, we actually come on and stretch the front of our pelvis, lift our torso up like Ariel on the rock, and sigh. We come back to the rock, to the folded leaf, breathe in, and then come back out. We come back, breathe in, stretch the back, stretch the front. Back, breathing in, forward to the Little Mermaid. Coming back now. From here, we'll go just all in the folded leaf. And now we bring that into the Little Mermaid. And coming back, breathing in. So the he begins in the tailbone and the sort of front of the body. Ya, ya, ya travels up the middle of your body. La, 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 the upper part of your body. And then ma, ma, ma is as the head and neck release up. So again. Ya, 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 la, 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 ma, ma, ma. Back, breathing in. Ya, 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 la, 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 ma, ma, ma. Only I were human. Coming back one more. Ya, 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 la, la, ma, ma, ma. Coming back to the folded leaf. Ma. Ma, ma, ma. Ha, ha. Ha, ha. And again, checking in with your body, with your vibrations, with how you're feeling right now. And just staying in the folded leaf for a moment, in whatever language is most accessible and easy for you. Say, I feel, and whatever it is that you're feeling right now. I feel rounded. I feel stretched in my lower back. I feel relaxed. And come to sit up. So we're going to come and sit up now, and if you want to sit up on your knees, you can do that. You may want a pillow between your legs. You can sit cross-legged. You can even come to standing here as we come into our lower resonators. I just find I just like to access them easily sitting. So, but feel free to come to stand or sit if you want. So coming to a long spine, lengthening the neck up and back. A very stretched neck from earlier. And think through that stretched and open neck. That stretched, open mermaid body all the way down to your pelvis. And speaking of the rocks, as if the rocks from the earth could come up through your chest resonance, and that earthiness, that stone, that terra could come up through your voice. And if Ariel's desire was to be human, that's what she desired most. What desires do you have? Earthly desires, earthly passions. What might those be? And could the thought of that desire, or those desires, come up through the resonance of your chest? And then you could maybe thump those desires through your chest. So maybe the gods, whoever's in charge of the fates, would hear you. And then come up on your neck. Now if you're finding that your knees are starting to fall asleep like mine are, then just come and sit cross-legged. Again, connect into that open channel, even though it's changed its shape. And now you've called through your desire, and now maybe, as the mermaid, or whatever you might be imagining yourself as right now, maybe you just yourself, you're calling up through your mouth resonance out across the waters. Will you ever get what you desire most? Are you calling out to the people on this plane, on this earth? And then you lengthen your neck forward. You're looking down now into the surface of the water. You can see a reflection. And as you look at your reflection, you notice something is different about you. Something has changed. So the desire, whatever it is that you desired most, is somehow reflected in your reflection. It may not be in what you look like, but you might be able to see in your eyes that the change has happened. Or maybe it's transformed you in how you look. And you find that there is excitement about this and glee, and that energy comes into your teeth resonance. And you come back up to your mouth and you call out to the people on the earth or on the, across the water that this has happened to you. The change has finally come. My deepest desires have come true. And you're sharing that with the world. And then you lengthen it back, up and back once more, and you thank the gods, or if the gods didn't do it for you, you just feel that gratitude inside yourself. And maybe you find a laugh here. Maybe the laugh is relief, is joy. I don't know what that laugh is, but you find a laugh in your chest resonance. And then you come up, and still in that laughter, you find that laughter now in your mouth resonance. And it might want to be back in the throat, so you have to really think it into the front of your mouth. And it might feel a little manufactured, I don't know, it might feel a little forced, but see if you can find that laughter, that energy of the laugh in your mouth resonance. And then keeping that energy of the laugh now in your teeth. And then see if you can come from the laughter in your teeth to the laughter in your mouth, which again may want to kind of pull back a little bit, but see if you can keep it a bit more forward. And then to the laughter of your chest. And this is, I don't know, this is elation, joy, glee, excitement, the energy of I didn't even expect this to happen. So from and reverse that from chest to mouth to teeth. And one more time, reversing it. Teeth to mouth to chest with that same energy in the laugh. And then come up. Whatever sound that becomes. Hey. Hey. And that that laughter took quite a lot out of my back. My back really, I think was involved and was helping for that laugh. So I'm going to come up, I'm going to shake it out through my torso. And roll it through my shoulder blades. And come onto all fours and shake it out through one of my legs. And through the other leg. And then from there, come back up onto your knees or seated or come to standing if this is comfortable. Float your hands on top of your head and feet in 4 huge sighs in and out through your mouth. Let your arms fly up as the breath goes out. And now 4 huge hays in and out through your mouth. Hey! 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 Drop your arms, hands underneath your ribs. 6 medium sighs of breath on hay. And then 6 medium hays on vibration. Hey, 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 hey. And then many, many, many fluttering hays on breath. On vibration. Hey, 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 hey. One more time. And now, what should we do here for our sinus resonance? Let's come back into a folded leaf. Slide your tongue out onto your bottom lip. Let your head fall onto your clasped fingers. Your sinuses fall onto your thumb pads, and sigh a he through the tip of your tongue as your thumbs vibrate into your sinuses. Really sigh here. Keep the back of the throat open, tongue out on the bottom lip. And if it works in your body, come back into a squat. Let your head drop over. Sinuses get vibrated by your thumbs. And right from there, me, going right to the sinus resonance. Me. Me, ma. Me, ma. Really feel that big breath coming into your pelvis, really opening you up. That's the breath support that we need. You don't let your ribs collapse, and you come from your sinuses across the cheekbones, nasal passage across the cheekbones, Lift the soft palate open on the ma, right up into your upper sinuses on the my. Me, 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 ma, 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 my. Once more. Me, 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 ma, 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 my. My, oh, my. My, oh, my, oh, my. Float your tailbone up so you're hanging head downward. Woo! Feel the stretch in the backs of your legs. And just a light ooh. And let that ooh express the feeling that you're feeling in the back of your legs, that stretch. Loosely shake your head, yes. Shake your head, no. Roll your head around. Let your head drop. And then on the top of your skull, an explosive K-E-E. Relaxing your tongue. Now, from a key to a high, you're going to come up halfway through your spine, and you'll let the vowel change and let the vowel open as it needs to. And if you get dizzy, take your time. And then a new breath will bring you another bit up your spine. And then a new breath brings you all the way up, down your range. If you haven't done that, here we go. Take your time, go slowly. Now as we come to standing, from the basement of your range all the way up and out the top of the attic, as you quickly drop down your spine. So it's going to be as you hang there. Now this time we're going to come up our spines quickly, so it's going to go. And shake it in your body, and that got me very dizzy, so maybe go more slowly. Take your time. Off you go. Good, and because that got me dizzy, we're not going to do those anymore, because why do that to ourselves? So, loosely letting your hips come and swirl around. And from the basement to the attic, we'll go. Bada 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 and then the other way. I'm just sort of swirling it through my body as I go up or go down. And now from the basement up. And say bada gada. Bada gada bada gada bada gada. Nice and lively in the mouth. Bada gada bada gada bada gada. Bada gada bada gada bada gada bada gada. Bada gada bada gada bada gada. Bada gada bada gada bada gada. And now gada bada. Gada bada gada bada gada bada. Gada bada gada bada gada bada gada bada. Gada bada gada bada. Now take a moment as we finish up to think back to the beginning of this warm-up. When we started with our necks, stretching our necks, we came onto the floor and freed vibrations in any way that we wanted to through our bodies. We freed our channel, our tongues, our jaws, our soft palates in many different ways. We connected to our little mermaids. In our resonators, we found a great desire that we had, brought it out to the world, and saw that reflected back to us. And then we came and we brought that through our bodies on the hay. We came up into the upper range of our voices, and now we are articulating. And with all of that warm-up today, check in with how you feel from all of that, what you've gained, what you've noticed, what's changed. And in the language of bada gada or gada bada, say, I feel, I noticed, I've changed, any of that, in the language of bada gada. And let that be fully connected to the visceral, physical, emotional experience of whatever you're going through, going on in you right now. Bada gada, bada gada, bada gada. Bada gada, bada gada, bada gada, bada gada. Bada gada, bada gada, bada gada, bada gada. Bada gada, bada gada, bada gada. Bada gada, bada gada, bada gada, bada gada, bada gada. Gada bada gada bada gada bada. Gada bada. Gada bada gada bada gada bada. Gada bada gada bada. It might even be the whole experience of the warm-up, not just what you feel right now. Continue. Gada bada. Gada bada gada bada gada bada. Gada bada. Gada bada gada bada. Gada bada gada bada gada bada. Gada bada gada bada gada bada gada bada. Gada bada gada bada gada bada gada bada. Gada bada gada bada. Gada bada. Gada bada gada bada. Gada bada gada bada. Gada bada. Letting that thought find its organic end place. No need to abandon. Thank you all for joining me today in this hour-long warm-up. My goodness, I hope you enjoyed that. That attention to all of the things we were attending to today. So I hope you have a wonderful day and a wonderful weekend. I hope this rain, looks like it's going to rain, will clear up here in New York. Be well, be safe, and much love to you all. Take care. Gada bada.